What is up, everyone? I'm here to bring you a video update on Ethereum. In this video, I'm going to run through some tactical analysis, talk about what I see happening both short-term and long-term, bring up a major news story that you need to be aware of with Ethereum, and explain to you why you're probably wrong about Ethereum. So if you'd like the sound of that, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon notified of new uploads. So, folks, it has increasingly come to my attention that most of my audience here on aMillionortheMoon believes that Ethereum will not reach over $10,000 by the peak of this bull run. And in my most humble of opinions, I think Ethereum has a very good chance of reaching well over $10,000 by the end of this bull run. Of course, I do not know that for sure. Of course, I could be wrong, but I do think there are some good reasons to believe that Ethereum has a very good chance of doing very well and reaching well over the tens of thousands of dollars this year, 2021. So I'm going to explain why. To begin why explaining I'm so bullish on Ethereum, and before we delve into the technicals here and explain what's going on in the short term, we have a major news story, a major update for Ethereum. Optimism, which is a layer 2 scaling solution, is set to launch next month, mainnet in March. Folks, why is this important? Well, Optimism is a layer 2 scaling solution that will increase the transactions per second on Ethereum, hopefully, and improve the gas fees. Folks, things like Binance Smart Chain, PancakeSwap, ADA, Cardano, Polkadot, they have all been taking off due to the failures of Ethereum. But we have a major update on Ethereum that aims to improve the transactions per second and the gas fees coming in March. That is, that's this month. It's March. I forgot what day it was. It's March, folks. This month, we have a major update coming to Ethereum. Not only that, April 15th, the Berlin hard fork, which aims to further improve gas fees on Ethereum and improve the Ethereum virtual machine and some safety elements to Ethereum. So we have back-to-back major improvements to Ethereum that will hopefully greatly improve the gas fees this month. This month, folks. Oh my God. People are sleeping on Ethereum. We have had a massive correction on Ethereum from all-time highs to now. Let's see how much we're down from all-time highs. We're down 26%, folks. It is such an amazing buy the dip opportunity, in my opinion. I was letting our Discord members all throughout these ranges know that this is where I would definitely be looking to buy into Ethereum. And folks, the future for Ethereum does indeed look bright. So let's take a look at our indicators to try and get a sense of what's going on here in the short term. Well, the daily is starting to look bullish. The histogram is starting to take up. Well, we're still in a downtrend, but we're starting to see some signs of some strength. Histogram on the way up. Weighted MACD seems to want to have a bullish crossover on the way up. The weighted MACD is a leading indicator on the regular MACD. Stochastic RSI, bullish crossover on the way up. The stochastic RSI is great for understanding shifts in trends. Regular RSI going for a little bit of a leg up here. So daily, starting to see some strength. 12-hour, we're starting to see a lot more strength. We may have a bullish crossover on the 12-hour MACD. Let's zoom out and see when was the last time we had a bullish crossover in the 12-hour MACD in the oversold region. So let's zoom out a bit here. We're going to have to zoom out quite a lot. See, when was the last time we were oversold here? Here was the last time we were in the oversold region, had a bullish crossover. So that was here in October. And look what happened afterwards. Folks, if we have that bullish crossover, and that is an if, and there's not a guarantee, if we have that bullish crossover on the 12-hour MACD, that is a big deal. Let's move on to the 6-hour. 6-hour, we had a bullish crossover on the 6-hour MACD. Let's take a look. When was the last time we had a bullish crossover on the 6-hour MACD? Last time we were oversold right here back in December. Look what led afterwards, folks. Ethereum is super undervalued, and we have an upgrade to one of its largest problems, its gas fees, happening this month, and then a further upgrade next month. We're getting bullish divergence on the RSI. Ooh, is this? Oh, I was about to say, yeah. But look, we're getting bullish divergence on the RSI. Higher highs, higher lows. This looks strong. The only concerning thing is the stochastic RSI being in the overbought region, having a bearish crossover like that. That is actually concerning to see. We may have a bit of a leg down here in the short term. So let's keep looking and try to get a further sense of what's going on. 2-hour. Yeah, so 2-hour, we're starting to see some weakness. So histogram on the way down, weighted MACD on the way down, stochastic RSI on the way down. So 2-hour looking weak, and let's look at the 1. 1 hour. Ooh, look at that. We may have a bearish crossover in the MACD on the 1 hour. And let's finish off with a half. And it's on the way down. So just to summarize here, larger time frames starting to see some signs of some strength that carries on over the hourlies. Now, once we get to lower hourly time frames, we're seeing some weakness. So what do I think this translates into? Well, I think what we need to look out for to understand what Ethereum could do is the 6-hour 200 EMA. It is right below us. So if we can continue to hold that as support, I think Ethereum has a very good chance of seeing bullish continuation. So hopefully, I do think we're probably going to have some kind of leg down here in the short term. Hopefully, that's just to retest the 200 EMA and solidify it as support. If we can solidify this as support, again, I think we see bullish continuation. I think the major resistance levels we need to look out for Ethereum is kind of, I'd say, 625 to 650. And then aside from that, 1720 to 1750, 1755. So I think those are some of the key resistance areas we need to be aware of for Ethereum. Each one of these resistance areas that we tackle and get above, I think it's likelier that we see bullish continuation. And if we break down from this key area, I think key support is $1,400 to $1,330, around there, I'd say. Lots of volume building up in these regions. If that does not hold, I think kind of the last stand for Ethereum is 1250 to, I'd say, 1190. This is the VPVR point of control. This is where the most amount of Ethereum was traded. If we break down below this level, I would be worried that Ethereum hit some kind of local top. But again, over the long term, nothing has fundamentally changed. The same fundamentals that brought Ethereum to $2,000 are the same fundamentals that existed when Ethereum was at $1,300. Nothing has changed. We've had a massive run-up, and we're having a correction. This is only the most normal and the most to be expected thing that could possibly happen. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. See, up, down, up, down, up, down. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. We had a massive run-up the last few months, so we're just having a bit of correction. Okay, great. This is to be expected. Another reason that I'm so bullish on Ethereum long term is the fact that cryptocurrency moves in cycles. Crypto is very hard to understand in the short term. Things are very volatile, and whales and news stories can change a market on the flip of a dime, and things can crash. But over the long term, I believe that cryptocurrency is actually very easy to understand over the long term. It's all because of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin cycles and the halvings. It's because of the halvings that crypto moves in these 4-year cycles. Roughly every 4 years, Bitcoin has a halving where the amount of Bitcoin produced gets cut in half. And so miners almost have to increase the price in which they sell Bitcoin in order to remain profitable. So over the long term, it's almost a guarantee that Bitcoin has to increase in value, because if not, the miners won't be profitable. And if the miners aren't making money, the miners won't mine. So it's almost a guarantee that over the long term, Bitcoin has to increase in value, and Bitcoin leads the market. And it is according to the halvings where we can gauge the bottoms and the tops of the market. So from the bottom of the market, of the bull cycle to the halving is typically 51% of the entire bull cycle. And then from the halving to the top of the market is typically 49% of the entire bull cycle. This has happened twice before. And so I think something similar has a very good chance of happening in the future this time around. And so I think Bitcoin has a good chance of reaching its peak late September, early October this year. Now, why should you care? Well, Bitcoin leads the market. Whatever Bitcoin does, the altcoins such as Ethereum and everything else will follow suit. Ethereum reached its peak last time around a month after Bitcoin. So I think something similar has a very good chance of happening this time around. So if Bitcoin isn't supposed to reach its top until September or October, and then Ethereum isn't likely to reach its top until a month afterwards, we have the better part of a year of bull run ahead of us, and people are panic selling. Noobs are panic selling this, 30% correction? Folks, this is going to be nothing in the long term. I have been buying this dip, not selling. The only thing I'll be doing to my long-term positions is adding to them when things fall. That is it. We're in the beginning stages of a bull run here, folks. We have the better part of a year before this bull run is over, in my opinion. And another reason why, and just to bring it back to the original point of this video, why I want to describe why I think Ethereum has a very good chance of hitting well over $10,000 this year. And now I'm getting to one of the most important factors as to why I think Ethereum has a very good chance of reaching well over 10,000. So, and one of those factors is the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. This is an extremely important chart to look at. Typically, in my opinion, sometimes acts as a leading indicator on the US dollar value of Ethereum. So right now, the Ethereum Bitcoin pair is stuck between very strong support and very strong resistance. The 200 EMA on the 1 hour here acting as resistance, and a bunch of volume right below us acting as support. So this is a very key area. I believe we're just going to move range bound in between this tight range. We cannot do that forever. Sooner than later, we're going to have to leave this range, and whatever way we leave this range, I think we're likely to trend in that direction for quite some time. If we cannot hold this range here, I think our next stop is 2.6 to about, you know, just over 2.4.5. And so, yeah, and so whatever way we break out of this range, I think will be very telling for the Ethereum, the US dollar value for Ethereum. So this is a very important chart to understand what the next move for Ethereum is on the US dollar value. But not only is the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing good for understanding what's going to happen in the short term here and kind of the next big move for Ethereum, it is also important for understanding what Ethereum could do in the future, because because what's happened in the past has a good chance of happening in a similar fashion in the future. That's the whole reason why technical analysis is useful, because things that happened in the past have a good chance of happening in the future. At least something similar has a good chance of happening in the future. That's the whole reason why technical analysis works. And so if we look at the previous cycle, we see that Ethereum reached over 12% of Bitcoin's price at the peak. So if this time around we just assume that Ethereum has a good chance of reaching around 10%, 8%, 6% of Bitcoin's price at the peak, and if Bitcoin has a good chance of reaching 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 this cycle, which I do believe it does, especially because we're seeing, you know, S&P 500 companies start to buy into Bitcoin. You know, Tesla bought into Bitcoin, MasterCard is in Bitcoin, Visa's in Bitcoin, Apple's considering getting into Bitcoin. Every major investment fund, corporation, individual rich person, country, bank is going to need to get their hands on Bitcoin. Hell, it's already happening. So this time around, I think Bitcoin has a very good chance of reaching the several hundreds of thousands of dollars. If Bitcoin's at $300,000 and Ethereum has a good chance of reaching 10%, 8%, 6% of Bitcoin's price by the peak, by the end, then Ethereum has a very good chance of reaching over the tens of thousands of dollars. What's 10% of 300,000? $30,000. If Bitcoin reaches $300,000, I think Ethereum has a good chance of reaching $30,000. And that's not even entertaining a conversation of what if this time around Ethereum reaches a higher percentage than last time. What if Ethereum reaches 15%? What if Ethereum reaches 20% of Bitcoin's value at the peak? Now, I'm not saying that's likely. I personally I would personally try to take a more conservative approach. I think it's much safer to assume we reach, let's say, less than last time around. Let's say we reach 10% of Bitcoin's price at the peak, 8%, 6%. If Bitcoin's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 500,000, Ethereum is very likely to be well above the tens of thousands. I think $10, $20, $30,000 Ethereum this cycle makes a lot of sense. Now, again, folks, I could be wrong. I don't know that for sure. You know, just looking at the previous cycle, assuming something similar could happen this time around, I can extrapolate that Ethereum in the tens of thousands of dollars makes some sense. Maybe, you know, maybe something weird happens. Maybe, you know, maybe Cardano takes over the world and nobody uses Ethereum. But I don't think that's very likely. And look, another reason why I'm so bullish on Ethereum in particular is because, look, I love coins like Cardano, Polkadot, Elrond. I own all those coins. I like them. I think they're going to do well. But they're all essentially trying to do the same thing as Ethereum. They're all trying to be an interoperable, scalable, smart contract platform, okay? That is what Ethereum 2.0 is aiming to do. That's what Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum 2.0 and Elrond, all these great coins are all aiming to do. Except Ethereum has all the users, first mover advantage, all the developers, and the vast majority of value locked in its ecosystem. So Ethereum has a massive, giant advantage over all its other competitors, which I like and own, by the way. I think Cardano and Polkadot, Elrond, a bunch of other these interoperable, scalable smart contract platforms, I think they have very good use cases. I think they're going to continue to do very well. I like all of them, but folks, do not sleep on Ethereum. It has a massive advantage over all its competitors. And if what happened in the past has any bearing on what could happen in the future, I think Ethereum has a very, very good chance of reaching well over $10,000 this cycle. So, folks, those are some of my thoughts with Ethereum. Now, before I leave y'all, I want to leave you guys with the Bitcoin dominance chart. I always like bringing this up because it's a very good chart to try and gauge what the next major move is with the altcoins. For those who don't know, Bitcoin dominance is the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrency. Whenever Bitcoin dominance rises, altcoins typically suffer. Whenever it falls, altcoins typically benefit. So the last little bit here, last few days, we've been kind of trending down in Bitcoin dominance. So if that continues to happen, I think altcoins are likely to continue to benefit. If we see Bitcoin dominance start to rally and start to go for that leg up, that should tell you that it's going to place the dampers on the altcoins pumping. So another thing as well, we are right above a critical support level in Bitcoin dominance. So from 60.5 to about 57.5 is a very important level to look out for. if and when, whether it's a month from now, 6 months from now, 10 months from now, whenever it is that Bitcoin dominance falls below this key level, I think that is when we really see the altcoins start to take off, and when we see the altcoin market really go for that next leg up and go for, you know, another altcoin season pre-run. So folks, those are some of my most important thoughts with Ethereum. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. As well, check out our Discord, folks. We had a coin call with our Discord members just the other day where we ran through some important developments on Ethereum and Cardano and shared our thoughts on the market, answered some questions. So make sure you join our Discord, folks. We have tons of helpful resources there. Everyone's talking crypto all the time. If anything interesting happens, we'll definitely be talking about it there. And we interact and talk with our Discord members all the time. So join our Discord as well. If you like what we do, want to support us, consider joining our Patreon. You get access to our VIP Discord group. You get access to the low cap gems and interesting setups that we're looking at first. So yeah, we really appreciate it if you help us out, and we'll be giving away a hardware wallet randomly to one of the first 100 Patreon members. So folks, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care.